Hello everybody, thanks for watching my little preview. It's kind of fun to look at the photos of some of the different water treatment equipment that we built. In this case, these are reverse osmosis units. There are several reasons that I'm starting this off with reverse osmosis. We'll say RO from here on out. First one is being that there are a lot of misconceptions and beliefs around RO water. And in this video, though, we won't go into those, but I would like to educate as best that I can on those in other videos. The second reason is because I wanted to show a correlation between this science and the science of our body and the cells. When our cells uptake anything like hydration, oxygen, and any other nutrient, it does it through what is called osmotic pressure, or forward osmosis. So the science is the same, it just depends on what side of the membrane that you have pressure. And the third reason is because as soon as I started researching in depth about the Lourdes Hydrofix machine, I recognized the science of it right away. Proton exchange membrane, or PEM, is what it's called in the industry, which makes me a perfect person to do a deep dive review of this machine. So here we go. Let's start with semi-permeable membrane. Semi-permeable membrane is a type of biological or synthetic polymeric membrane that will allow certain molecules or ions to pass through it by osmosis. I like this definition better. A semi-permeable membrane is a layer that only certain molecules can pass through. Semi-permeable membranes can be biological and artificial. Artificial ones include a variety of materials designed for the purpose of filtration, such as those used in reverse osmosis, which only allow water to pass. The biological membranes of cells are created by two sheets of phospholipid, which contain a lipid tail attached to a polar head. The tail regions of each sheet cluster together, while the heads of the molecules point outward. The polar heads point both outward toward the environment of the cell and inward toward the cytosol. In this way, a hydrophobic region of lipid tails separates the two bodies of solution. Basically, what that means is the polar heads carry a charge, and this charge either repels or allows passage. Proton exchange membrane, or PEM, is a semi-permeable membrane generally made from ionomers and designed to conduct protons while acting as an electronic insulator and reactant barrier to oxygen and hydrogen gas. This is their essential function when incorporated into a membrane electrode assembly. Of a proton exchange membrane, fuel cell, or in our case, a proton exchange electrolyzer, separation of reactants and transport of protons while blocking a direct electronic pathway through the membrane, meaning only pure hydrogen can pass through. Here is an exploded view of the solid titanium plate, solid platinum plate, and the PEM. This is an enlarged photo of one of the holes in the PEM. Here's an illustration of PEM. Notice the catalyst in atoms applied layer by layer. This is the artificial version of this biological polar head. Notice the dual chamber or separate chamber. This makes the hydrogen non-electrolyzed. Here's a statement I found on the Lourdes website. It says that this is the technology that they're using. Plus, I can clearly see it. This here shows the kinetic potential, and we must stress the importance of pure titanium and platinum plates. Because of their electron transference, when cheaper plates are used, they plate stainless steel with either platinum or titanium, but when electricity is applied, the plated metal doesn't have the same transference potential. So what happens is your cathode and anode plates start to corrode and dissolve, thus leaching metals and oxides into your water. Here's what I found on the website, stating that they use premium expanded metal electrode plate made of pure titanium and pure platinum. So folks, I am researching their claims right from the Holy Hydrogen website, and I'm trying to make fancy sentences like non-Faradaic electrochemical modifications of catalytic activity make sense to the population. Well, my interpretation of this are these beautiful pictures. These are super lattice structures that control catalytic activity, and they've been incorporated into the PEM module. Well, the next claim that they have on their website is called a vortex-induced vibration engineering. Again, I believe this type of magic, or this type of structure, is what does the magic, and it has been incorporated as well into the solid polymer electrolyte membrane. So I've got some beautiful structures here. Again, I have not talked with the engineers. This is my own deep dive. But in the last bit of my review, I found that the electrolysis of hydrogen produced contains a lower proportion of deuterium. Deuterium is an isotope of hydrogen, but we'll need to do a whole video on just that. Thanks for watching my deep dive.